and welcome back to The Whistle, Season 5, Episode 14.
Lord,
Coach
14,
Hart
baby.
and Coach Pollard.
Episode 14.
Episode 14, baby.
Yeah.
Lord is good, baby.
He's great.
I tell you what, Coach.
7-2 is pretty damn great.
7-2 feels good.
7-2 is wonderful.
Yes, man. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Feels like
Yes.
job security.
Yes.
That's what it feels like.
Feels like bowl bonus.
Oh, say it one more time.
Bowl bonus.
Oh, yes. Ooh.
That's what
Ooh.
it feels like to me.
Ooh. That
Playoff
sounds so
bonus.
good. Playoff bonus.
Yeah.
All that.
Man, Coach, I tell you what, boy, what a great year that we're having. It's fun, and things have happened that has got us in line that we control our own destiny, and that's what you want to be as a team.
That's what you
You
want.
know, we got to take care of business,
Yeah.
and we got to take it one game at a time, and we are. But
That's right.
it sure beats having to depend on somebody else.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I like depending on me.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know?
Winning is hard in this league.
Right.
You know, in all of college football, of course. You know, because you're playing chess with
That's
human
right.
pieces that may not move exactly how you
That's
want
correct.
them to. But the thing about it is I'm proud of the boys of
Yes.
accepting the coaching and getting the confidence and understanding that what we've been talking about on offense and defense as far as fundamentals is important.
Yeah.
And they're seeing it. And, you know, in my room, you know, coach,
Yes.
and I'm pretty sure in your room, like their eyes are lit up now.
Oh,
Because they
no doubt.
see it on the
They see
tape
it.
and they say, see, this is what you do, this is the
Yes.
result. And they're like, Coach, give me more. What
That's
else you got for me?
Yeah.
So you love that as a teacher when you got a captivated audience.
They can taste it too, man.
Yes, they can.
You can tell they can taste it. And
Speaking about
you know.
tasting,
Oh.
as a grown man, should,
Oh,
you be
Lord.
should you be eating popsicles as a grown man? I just don't know.
Wait,
It depends on why you eat.
Wait. Let's set this up.
Huh? Why we got to set
So
it up?
I'm in
Uncle Neely?
office, and I'm enjoying a popsicle.
Enjoying it, y'all.
Oh,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
He was enjoying
do it
that
again.
part.
What's the sound you made?
He
Do
hit
it
it down to one stick too now.
No,
Let's
yeah,
get that right.
It was a two-sticker that you
It
break
was a
in half.
two-sticker. He done broke it in half.
And he got that in one stick.
He got down to one stick.
What's the sound he made? Probably.
Ain't no doubt. I was on that popsicle.
Oh, yes,
so
sir.
my good friend Coach Hall walked in and said,
Yeah.
"Man ain't supposed to eat no popsicle." And my reply was, "No, a man ain't supposed to watch no man
Hey, that's
eat
true.
no popsicle."
I understand
that's
that
true.
because the man shouldn't be eating it. Like my eyes, I didn't intentionally.
You
come
notice I
in.
wasn't looking that way.
I know you turned. See, I
I
should
was
have saw
turned
your
looking the
cue
other
because
way.
you turned and looked up, but my eyes directly went when I heard what's the sound again. I looked and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that
He
was
did
me
a popsicle.
catching that drip.
Yep,
So-
catching that drip.
So y'all let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
Should a man eat the popsicle or should a man not watch a man eat the popsicle?
that's the
I
truth.
think it's both, but y'all let us know which one y'all
Yeah.
on. I feel the same thing about ice cream in a way. Like you shouldn't be having an ice cream cone as a man. You should have a bowl and
With
a
a spoon?
spoon, and you eat your ice cream.
That's
you know what I'm
very
saying?
interesting.
When you see,
So you don't eat drumsticks?
no,
Okay.
I do not.
You don't eat
No
drumsticks?
type of sticks. I don't. I eat flats.
I
And
just-
Wingstop.
Hey, I'm a flats guy for sure.
You a flats guy?
I'm a flats guy. I
I'm a
don't
flats
eat
guy,
drums.
man.
Coach Clark, I
Let's
just
go.
want to point out, it only took 3.5 minutes to go out the rail.
No
That's a new,
doubt.
Did
that's
it?
a new record.
No
I'm
doubt.
sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. It's
Hey
on my
man, listen. This
It's
my
my fault.
we went off the rail pretty bad.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We got to get back.
Yeah.
Football. Hey,
Football.
here we go. What do y'all think about the college football playoff bracket in
Wow.
the sense that, you know, I was listening today and this was interesting to me and it kind of made sense, right? Okay, you take a team like Georgia, right? That's ranked like number 9. I think
They're
no
12.
12.
Then they're 12 right
12,
now, but
that's
they're, out
right.
of they're out of the bracket.
So yeah, so they're 12, which you would think being 12 they'd be in the bracket, but the counter to that is if a championship
Power 5 champion.
champion
Or no,
wins,
any champion.
Any champion.
conference champion is outside the top 12.
there you go, and they
So
win,
yeah, and they win.
then Georgia gets bumped out,
Right, the
and
12 team
that-
does. Yeah.
team takes it. I mean,
And
well,
it's also interesting how the seedings are going because the top 4 seeds go to conference champion
Yes.
regardless. So
regardless,
in other words, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10, and Big 12 champion will be the top 4 teams regardless of how
Regardless.
they finish.
which I kind of like.
I like that.
I like that. I do
think
like
you win
that.
your
'cause
conference. That's
you should get a.
you should get a bye.
I think so
And then
too.
you get automatically go to one of the bigger bowls.
Yeah. Do you
You
think
know?
there'll be any blowouts though? like in this bracket, like
Ooh, man.
past, like
Yeah.
like the
I'm
first
interested,
bracket
man.
part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the first two, I could kind of see maybe there'd be
Yeah.
some mixed matches. You
Yeah.
might get a blowout, but once you go, this is what my friend was arguing to me about. Once you go to that other side where the Big 12 champion,
Right.
the SEC, Big 10, whatever, they get theirs, there could be a blowout there because you could have a number 6 team who's playing a conference champion who's a number 18
Well,
or
I'll be
something
honest
like
with
that.
you. We've been doing the Final Four the past several years,
Mhm.
and the semifinals has had at least one blowout every year, sometimes two.
Yeah.
So there is opportunity there for due to matchups for it to happen. But I'm gonna tell you what, to me, this is the most exciting year
Mhm.
because we've got 12 teams with opportunity to go to playoffs, and more games matter on Saturday. Like
Yeah.
this past Saturday, our game mattered. The Iowa State game mattered. The BYU Utah game mattered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in our conference. And then you got in the SEC, you got several games, the Big Ten, the ACC. You just got so many things. I mean, listen, there was a time where, with the old system, that the Georgia Tech Miami game would have been a blip on the screen.
That's true.
And Saturday, it was must-watch TV for a lot of college football fans because it had a direct impact on what's going on in the college playoffs. It's just like everybody watching Boise State now.
Yeah.
They play it on Friday a lot of times because that's typically what the mid-majors do. They try to get a Friday game or a Tuesday game, something like that. But everybody's watching them because they want to watch the running back, and they also want to watch what kind of team they got because they're being mentioned in the playoffs. So it's exciting. I mean, folks, we have gotten to the point where we are talking about Army and Navy as playoff teams.
That's right.
So people are watching their schedule and how they're playing.
How they're playing, yeah.
And that's what football is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about 2 or 3 or 4 teams. Now, obviously, at the end, it's going to get down to 2 teams.
Yeah.
It's going to get down to 3 or 4 teams that they're talking about. But to have this many teams in contention, still talking about it, us coming out late on the ranked 17th after Tuesday,
17th?
That's got everybody excited, and just, being in the conversation, being a part of the conversation is I think it's good for college football.
I tell you what, I like how they're televising more of the Friday night games.
Oh yeah, man, and
the Thursday night, like they're showing up more on TV. It gives you something to look at.
I like the fact that we're in a part of the year right now where there's football on every night.
There's football every night.
There's football every night, whether it's NFL, college, or whatever. You can go home and watch a football game every night.
You can. You really can.
Sometimes it may be not the best matchup, but it's still football.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to watch. And also, man, I tell you what, Coach, let's talk about the tortilla deal in Texas Tech.
Man,
how did that? Do you know how that got started? I mean, you're a Texas boy.
I know how it got started.
Okay,
yes.
talk to me.
But I know that ain't how it was supposed to go.
Okay.
I mean, they was reloading tortillas on us, man.
Dude.
I'm talking about after every 2 kickoffs, you look back, it's a dude and a couple of people just racks going down the thing, the steps, handing out bags of tortillas.
The funniest thing I heard, Shedeur got interviewed after the game, and Shedeur was like, I ain't know it all about that. He said, and you could tell they had a cleanup crew.
Dude, these tortillas. The funny, I got hit by 4 or 5 of them. Man.
Oh Lord!
I should have fell on the ground and just laid there, and it'd have been named Heart Tech after I'd have got through soon.
There you go.
I should have just laid there. But the funniest thing, dog, is some of them, man, they had little writings on them. They had notes on them.
They had notes on them.
Yeah,
really?
one flew by. One flew by and hit Bubba Feet and said, "Your mama on it." I said, "Boy, I just burst out laughing."
You know that's a Gen Xer.
Yes, it is.
That's the Your Mama
joke. And they
joke.
had it all wadded up. They had some wadded up. They had a little sauce in it or something. And they throw it to make it hard and hit you. Oh, it was flying.
Wait a minute. So now I thought they just flipped them out like
frisbee. They had some baseball. They had some
wadded
up, man, and it had like some sauce and glue inside of it. And they were throwing them things out there. Cole, they were getting almost to the numbers. Some of them was getting to the numbers.
I don't know how I feel about that because throwing them out there like a frisbee, I feel like they just trying to have a little fun. When you ball something up,
you mean
you're trying to hit somebody.
And I'm talking about they had some dead aim out there.
You're trying to hit somebody.
Well, okay. So how it started though was Texas Tech was playing a bowl game Oh man, I think it was the rivalry when they used to have with Texas A&M,
Oh,
if
okay.
I'm correct. And the announcer on TV said, "Well, ain't nothing out here in Lubbock but Texas Tech and a tortilla factory." So the people
I can
took
see.
offense to it and was like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll bet." So after that, every game they got tortillas and they threw it out there.
Oh,
So when you
wow.
kicked off, you got the football team, Texas Tech. Well, here's your tortillas.
Yeah.
And they start throwing
Okay.
them out. But I remember it only being like the kickoff, the opening kickoff
Right.
or first quarter, and then it shut down. This
Now, that
thing
joker
was the
went
whole
whole game.
game.
Whole game.
I'm-
You seeing this random tortillas flying the whole game.
The whole game. That was
amazing.
amazing. And the rest was just walking around like someone would get on the field. So I'm thinking, man, somebody fall, slip
Right.
on one of these things.
Well, that's kind of how I felt about it too. I was like, you know what? Because at first you say, oh, they throw him on the field. But then I'm like you, some folks in the stands got some pretty good arms. They were getting them out there to the numbers, to the hash. And I'm like, you trying to catch a kickoff and you got this tortilla flying in front of you. I mean, to me, that's kind of a disadvantage. I just think that's a little bit of an issue.
It brings a whole nother aspect to the 12th man.
I'll tell you
Like, 'cause
something
they
else.
were
that was an
involved
issue.
in that game, brother.
Well, I'll tell you something else that was an issue Saturday was their jerseys. Because from the press
see the
box,
numbers, huh?
you couldn't see the numbers.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell because the way the sun was hitting, you couldn't see the numbers. So we were having to get communication from the sideline on certain players what number they were, because it was a little confusing
I got
and
you.
everything.
I
And
can
I
see that.
know with the defense,
Yeah.
you
personnel,
guys,
yeah.
personnel and everything, I thought our defensive coaches did a great job of handling that, because when I first got there, I was like, holy crap, I can't see it. So, but then we had some binoculars up there and got locked in, and it went pretty smooth.
We tried to as much as we could, and it did go out good for us, being able to see the personnel. But what we tried to do, Pollock, is coach, we went to body mannerisms, like on the floor. We say, hey, Gabe, this is 12, this is 80,
right.
this is such and such, and then just watch them. Are they running in place? Are they really inside the huddle?
Right.
On their outskirts to try to get, hey, Gabe, I think it's going to be 12.
Right.
Well, I think it's going to be 11 because, 80's over here warming up, just letting you know.
Right.
And he was like, hey, 10-4. And then if we saw him run out, then get, yeah, it's 12, it's 12, it's 12.
I got you.
And it helped on some plays. Some was still a little, a little rocky. But, yeah, you just had to start looking at body mannerisms, because guys get ready different ways, fixing gloves and,
well, I wasn't on the defensive headset, obviously, and I was on the offensive headset. But talk to me about how was the defense acting when we were down 13-0? I mean, what was the mentality? What was the mindset of the kids? I know offensively we stayed pretty calm and kind of just kept doing what we had to do. But
yeah, well, Coach, we felt good because the simple fact is we were stopping the run.
Right.
And in that first half, great running back there they had. It was 25 yards, 25 carries for 25 yards.
Oh yeah,
was what it was the first half. So when we were down 13-0, what we understood is we were stopping the run. That was the main part of the game.
Right.
And if two was going to beat us at quarterback, we thought we had a great chance with our offense. We'd get back in it, and then we would take off. And that's what happened. And everybody on the sideline defensively felt that way too, because we were like, hey, they've gotten these explosions off of RPO passes.
Right.
They haven't been able to run the ball. Whereas being an offensive coach, the RPO, you had to be able to run it for it to be effective.
Correct.
So once we started to really look at that and say, man, if they just going to rely on two to throw this ball, man, I think we have a great opportunity. We're going to get ahead of them, get them down, and then our offense will take off, and they won't be able to catch us. And that's what happened. So we felt confident about it.
I felt like that, we just had to settle down offensively and get a score.
Yeah.
And once we got a score, I figured I felt really good about the situation. And, man, hats off to our kids, our coaches and everything, because, we went down 13-0, and that thing could have gone south real quick.
It could have.
And we were able to fight back and get things under control. And, heck, by halftime, even though we were down 13-10, I really felt like we were kind of in control of the game.
That's right. That's right.
And, I figured the second half we would come out and take care of business because I feel we had found some things that we liked against them. And I was like you, I was keeping up with the running back's production.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he didn't have but 25 yards. I said, there's no way they're going to beat us if this running back don't get going,
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the yards he ended up with were like garbage yards at the end where we were kind of playing a little softer, keeping things under us.
Yeah, and early in the game when we found out that we could play Tampa, a cover 2 with only 6 in the box.
Right.
And they were playing 12 personnel with 7 in the box.
Right.
And we were able to, play a gap and a half and handle it.
Absolutely.
We was like, okay, all right. All we need to do is play complementary football.
Right.
Get them out, get them back to the offense.
That's right.
And y'all had 13-10.
Yes.
And then you started coming back and boom, boom, boom. It started rattling off. And
right.
It was less tortillas being thrown.
A lot less.
More bottles.
I didn't know. Yeah, there were more bottles and batteries and other things being thrown in, wasn't it?
Yeah. John, it was.
It got a little
rough.
But hats off to Coach McGuire, man. He got on the. I love Coach McGuire. He got on the microphone. He calmed a lot of it down.
He did.
And I think after that, the student section kind of calmed down a little bit.
If y'all don't know what we're talking, for those who are Buff fans, you don't really know what we're talking about. You kind of saw the game and maybe you didn't. I don't know. Just go on your social media and Google the Texas Tech CU game.
Yes.
Tortillas.
That's right.
That's all you get. You'll get about 4 or 5 different clips, and you'll see.
That's right.
They would come in, and it's usually it's the student section too, Coach.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
This is more than the student section though. It was all around.
It was all around.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
It was all around on our half of the field, past the student section. They were throwing these tortillas now.
Well, one thing I did notice about Texas Tech student section. When we got there 2 hours before kickoff, they were already in the stands sitting down.
They was ready.
Is that normal for them? I don't know.
Well, Texas is king in
they got there early,
king
man.
in Texas now, so
they got there early.
They were there early, and they were ready to go.
Another thing, I guess, is there really a tortilla factory in Lubbock?
There is a big one.
A big one?
A big one.
There must be. That must be where they get all the tortillas from.
Big one. That's a big one, there, man.
And then, hey, Shador signed one and sent it back to him. That was pretty cool.
Did he really?
Shador signed one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
you go to these places and you look at the production of what they do at their venues. Our student section, arrives early. Our student section is loud, but our student section is behind our bench.
That's right.
You go to other places, they put the student section behind the visitors bench.
That's right.
And just wrote them.
They do that in the SEC. Yeah. Every SEC school, the student section is right there behind the visitors.
I'm thinking.
You don't want to do that with us. You don't want to do that with us.
No, man. Let them disrupt that side.
No, neither. Our student section, it's some Colorado thugs up in there. Them jokers is rowdy now.
They are rowdy.
They get rowdy. They get good and full. And Rocky Mountain High.
Well,
wait before the game starts.
Speaking of students, I got something on my spirit today.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I got something on my spirit. All right? First of all, me and Coach Prime and Coach Jason Phillips, we take a walk after practice through campus every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When the weather's nice. Weather's been beautiful this week, so we've been back on. We didn't go walking when it was snowing.
Yeah.
But we've been walking. One thing that I want to know when this changed, okay? There's a lot, and listen, I'm not trying to knock anybody. I'm just trying to tell you where I'm from, okay? I'm 53 years old, so this is where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of students around here that I think they mean well because they try to speak to coach and everything, but they'll say like, hey, Dion, hey, Prime. It ain't Coach Prime. It ain't Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like my coach from high school and guys coach, to this day, I still call him Coach.
Mm-hmm.
When did that change that we started calling grown folks by their first name?
I don't know, Coach.
I ain't trying to make it a negative thing here. I'm just asking.
It is a negative thing.
Though.
It is a negative thing. I just think the appreciation of what a person does has been lost.
That's a good point right there.
This new generation.
That's a good point.
And I think it's just because of the fact of, you can do social media.
That's right.
You can do all kind of stuff yourself right now and find yourself at a higher position than maybe you're qualified for, or maybe that you're ready for, and so you think you've arrived. And you think you're on the same plane as somebody else in some senses. But I think it's just the generations. I don't know, because you ain't got grandmama and mom and them talking about you better say yes, sir.
So you
yes,
think
ma'am.
It's a lot of parenting?
I think it is. I think it is a lot of parenting changes because now the world is so industrialized with technology.
Right.
And really the iPads and the phones are teaching your kids more than the parents. And that's just because that we're having kids younger and now we're still trying to get our own goals and all this kind of stuff like that. That's what I see. Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's what I see is the problem. You don't have any where the grandmama was at the house and she was making sure you sat at the table and you ate. you washed your hands before you did this. You said yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am when you was out in public. You don't have those kind of mannerism teachings anymore. It's all about how to make the money, and we're not in touch with each other like this. We're all through the phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you see it a lot on social media, because when people on social media get to talking about, say Coach Saban or Coach Smart or Coach Prime, they'll refer to them by their first name, like Kirby, Nick, Dion, like they boys.
I have heard that.
And I tell you what, folks, I'm gonna tell you something. And Prime said this one time. He said, like when you come across a guy that's a doctor, you don't ever call a doctor by his first name, do you?
No.
You always call him Doc, right? Or Dr. So-and-so. Yeah. And I think that goes back to what you said. That there's got to be appreciation for the position that a person has gained.
That's correct.
And it's just like me going back to see my high school coach or something. If I saw him, I would call him Coach Johnson. I would not call him by his first name. That's just not how I was raised. And I don't even feel right. But even me, I don't call Coach. When I'm addressing him in a professional setting, it's Coach Prime, and I was just curious about it, because I noticed a lot of the kids around here, and I don't think they mean anything bad about it, because they're so excited. I think they're so excited to see, and they about to lose their mind. It's funny to kind of see it.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you a quick story, and these were literal kids. These weren't college students.
Right.
Where was our away game before Lubbock?
We went to where did we go?
I can't believe. So we had Lubbock.
Okay, we played Cincinnati before that, right?
Played Cincinnati.
And then before that we played
who did we
play?
Who did we go to?
Was it UCF?
UCF. We didn't have two back to back.
No, this one UCF, because I'm visualizing the exit.
We didn't have
Arizona.
Arizona. This is exactly where it was.
Yeah, Arizona.
We're coming out the tunnel of Arizona, and fans can overhang.
Right.
And there's these two little kids, and I say little kids, I mean they're like 7, 8 years old.
Right.
And they're screaming, Dion, want autograph, Dion, 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 Dion. Well, I'm behind him filming, so when I got to him, cut the camera off, and I said, hey, lean down, let me tell y'all something. They leaned down. I said, if you want something from somebody, you first got to address them with respect.
That's right.
Let's just be selfish.
Right.
You want a picture and an autograph. If no other time, be respectful to him.
That's right.
That's Coach Prime. That's Mr. Sanders. That's not Dion. You don't know him personally.
Right.
Now, this is what blew it up. Two guys my age then leaned over the rail and said, Coach, you telling them exactly right. These are kids.
That's
right. I said, why haven't y'all told them?
That's right. And another thing, too.
Why haven't y'all told them? Y'all sitting there letting it happen.
And you brought up a good point. Another thing, too, if you want something, like if you want a picture with somebody or whatever, who goes up there and says, hey, Coach Hart, can I have a picture with you? Mm-hmm. I don't even know him. How about I say, hey, Coach Hart, what's up, my guy? Great job. I love you, and then I can say, hey, Coach, you mind giving me a picture? At least he'll think about it. He may not be in a situation where he can do it, but you're a lot more likely to get it done than if you just come at him wanting something, hand out like that. So
at least say hello, how you doing today?
That's right. Just say, hey, Coach, what's going on? Something like that.
On the flip side of this too, this is a great conversation. But on the flip side of this, I want to talk to those who are in those positions, right? Make sure you understand and I'm going to use this for example.
Yeah.
When you have the Colorado logo on your chest, anywhere on your body, represent yourself in a manner, in a way that is befitting to your title.
Yes, sir.
And befitting to the organization
Absolutely.
that you're with. So when fans do come up to you and they approach you and they say, Coach, they say Andre or Hart or da-da-da-da, do not go off. Do not get mad. There are phones everywhere.
That's right.
People recording, and they take things out of context. And you're human. You had a bad day. You understand that. But understand that now, because you want them to address you with the right type of title, understand you need to act in a professional way and understand that you are at work. No matter where you are.
That's right.
If you have that Colorado on and you're in the city of Colorado and we're doing so good, they know you're a coach.
That's right.
Or they know you're a player. Address and walk as if you're in work, no matter if you're not in the facility. And that goes for any young athlete or any professional anywhere. Because I'm telling you now, these phones, this media can be turned on you in a second.
In a skinny minute.
Because you think you relaxed and you can just enjoy yourself or whatever you may like to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But understand, when you have that on, you need to present yourself in a certain way. Well, that's being fake. No, it's
No.
not being fake.
Mm-mm.
It's being on the job.
Listen, you can't listen. You got a choice to wear that gear,
That's right.
and if you choose to put
And a privilege, too.
That's right. It's a privilege. Even when I'm back home in Georgia, if I got this on, I know I got to handle myself different than if I don't have
Correct.
this on. So
Absolutely.
I chose, if I want to go incognito, I'm incognito. Then I don't have. I'm not see you top down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're exactly right, Coach. But anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest and everything.
Yeah.
But hey, Coach, we got a big game coming up. We got big noon kickoff. Coach, they up here on the third floor setting up right now.
I love it when they sit up on the third floor like that because it gives me memories of last year.
Yes.
Oh, and then we got an early one.
Big
6:30 a.m. pregame
Yes,
meal,
sir.
y'all. That's our pregame meal. Is at 6:30 a.m.
5:30 breakfast. 6:30 a.m.
I'll be missing that.
We getting up rolling. We getting up rolling Saturday morning. I love it, Coach. I love it.
I love it too.
I love it. I love an early morning kickoff. I'm
great.
so excited because I do not
great.
like to sit around all day
I'm-
and wait for a game. I like to get up and play.
Exactly. I'm gonna flip it on you. Tell me what we need to expect from the offense.
Oh man, from the offense. Listen, let me tell you something. They have a salty defense. They are top of the conference in several categories. They're very well coached. Utah, they got a defensive coordinator that's been there. He started his career at Utah. He's been there 17 years. He's the head coach in waiting after Coach Winningham retires this year, and he's got them boys playing hard. They've struggled a little bit this year as a team, but it's because they've been going through some quarterback issues with injuries. But the defense has been holding it down.
Yeah.
And the defense has got some good players. They got a good scheme. They're very sound. They remind me of our defense a lot, to be honest with you, because they play some of the similar stuff like we play. They're gonna force you to throw the football, but they're gonna press you, and they're gonna put pressure on you. They're not gonna be a lot of free access throws and stuff. So we have really got to bring it. We really got to come hard, and we got to take care of business on our side because they're gonna make us earn everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the defensive side, we look at it again, like you said, they've had some injuries. They had some tough breaks at quarterback. Just had one just recently. They got a freshman coming in, Zach Wilson's brother, as a matter of
Yes,
fact.
Zach Wilson's brother.
Playing. And we
Miss
think
Wilson,
they're
are
going
you
to try to
coming?
run the ball. That's what we think we're going to do. I think they're going to try to run the ball.
You just let me
I
glaze over
did.
that.
I did. I think they're going to try to run the ball with some, and then, run, and then take a shot.
There you go.
I think their offensive line is good. They got two good tackles.
Yeah.
That have NFL grades. So looking for them to do a lot
They
of
big up
pulling.
front, ain't they?
Oh, they big, but
They got some big offensive linemen now.
they big, man. They got a running back that gets downhill.
Yeah.
He's a good finisher. So, it's kind of similar to Texas Tech in that we need to stop the run.
Yeah.
If we can stop the run and get 1-3 and out, get the ball back to you guys and let you get a lead, now the quarterback has to throw.
Right. Well,
And that's when we have fun.
The thing that we got, I
7
think,
sacks now.
That's right, 7 sacks. And listen, the thing I think they're gonna try to do is limit our possessions. We're averaging about 12 possessions a game, and I think they're gonna try to get that down to about 8 or 9. And that means we got to be more efficient. We got to take care of the football, and we can't have drives where we just go out there and 3 and out. We got to handle business when we get the ball because they're going to try to shorten the game, and especially with the quarterback situation, they're going to try to run the football, run the clock, and be physical. They're a 12 personnel team, right?
Yeah,
12, 11 personnel.
Right down our throats.
They want to be physical, and that's what they've been.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they've been successful because of that physicality. They got some guys on defense that's played a lot of snaps.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to take care of business. We got to go out there, have our mind right. We got to get up early Saturday morning and get going. But you know what? That's what time we normally practice. We practice in the morning like that, so our kids should be ready for it.
Yes,
but Coach, I tell you what, man, it is exciting to be in the situation we're in.
Love it.
I
love it for Boulder.
Love it for the city of Boulder.
Colorado.
Love it for Colorado and Denver area.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, we just feel like that this is a great opportunity that our kids have given themselves.
Yes.
We talked about opportunity, a chance. This is an opportunity that our kids have given themselves.
Yes.
And it is exciting to be here. So,
yes.
Hey, folks, we got to sign out of here. We will see you Saturday at 10 a.m. with some perfect timing for Big Noon Kickoff. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.